This week on Checkpoint.
She told me if I don't want to accept her salary conditions, I must just find a job by the government.
Bobcat's hair salon's boss exposed.
I'm early this year in check ku UIF and ku SARS if ever registered or not. Ngathola ukuthi angiregisteranga.
For failing to register workers with the Unemployment Insurance Fund.
As a Department of Employment and Labor, we'll send our inspectors to Bobcat. We can even go to an extent where we can close the company down.
Allegedly deducting money for sick leave and a compulsory funeral policy.
If you not cover whether you want it or you don't, nayo.
And generally ill-treating staff.
So why don't you ask HR?
I want you to answer me.
I must answer you because I don't. You know what? Can you stop with
I'm not I'm asking you now.
No, I'm not. I'm done being. You know, I'm really dying. If you don't want to work here, please.
One mistake, you are going. Uyaqosha salon and uqosha nento ezincane angakuqoshela ukuthi uphuze ijuice yes ijuice yakhe is fine but then akakunikeza warning like uyawatsa usend WhatsApp right now to tell that person to take her back and then get out of my salon just like that akuni warning lapha ene Bobcat.
Like I hate her.
This is Checkpoint and I'm in Abusive. Like most of the country's sectors, the business of hair and beauty ground to a halt in March when President Cyril Ramaphosa announced that South Africa would be in lockdown for the foreseeable future. Cash-strapped workers at hair salon chain Bobcat say their working conditions were already bad pre-lockdown. Things just got worse. Several of them spoke to producer Harry Viti and cameraperson Tapodlameni.
Geraldine Khanaga is the brainchild behind the Bobcat's hair salon chain. She's opened over 20 branches nationwide and employs more than 300 people. In 2019, Bobcats won Salon of the Year at the Darling Exceptional Women's Awards. Andile Madonsela started working at the Bobcats Soweto branch in 2017.
Before the figure lockdown, the woman will put my 5 or my 7 like I say as days just straight to good sleep. Understand? So my figure lockdown in here I've young iron and what's I mad because of imali sense I must 7. I must shell a kaya. Uhola kahle February kahle mangasho kanjalo. Uhola imali yami phelele kahle.
Sani Lechodi, who's been a hairstylist for 18 years, joined Bobcat's Pretoria main branch in February last year.
At 15 seconds, re kata di sales tsa rena tsa ko mmerekong. So if a boss arena nako up until month end hore a kono ira di salaries tsa rena. Right now what I'm facing go hore February 15th to March 16th. I should get a grey the salary the 31st of March. On bad days, this is the bad day, no sabe. Okay, we can do 5,000 rands. Then when is that peak time of the month, like month end? We can make 50,000 a day. We can make up to 50,000 rands a day. So imagine Motanale saloon plus minus 24. Yeah, the saloon.
Like Madonsela, Lechodi's fridge has been running on empty for almost 3 months now.
I have 2 kids here at home. They need to eat every day. Nana at my age, egg ka broto sonskireng ko lela ko mama ka tlamdende. Sonskireng tsa mai ko strateng ko utso. Or ko ira. I tried to talk to her, to chat with her on WhatsApp, looking for my money, asking for maybe, even though she can give me a little bit of my money, it's fine.
In this WhatsApp conversation, Kganagha pleads for patience.
We are suffering. This lockdown, then as a Arabi, then on Facebook. I decided to expose ke montsho hore ho irahala ke bontshe di client tsa hae tse a di krang ka rena via Facebook hore ho irahala clients tsa hae di bona hore tšhelete ba e patalang rena at this point I shouldn't receive anything.
On the 31st of March, some workers were paid 1,000 rand each.
Manje sikolota omashonisa ngapha bafuna imali zabo besithemba ukuthi sizohola so abantu bayafika bazofuna imali zabo ayikho into soyenza manje bengifila bad bengazi ubuyela endlini ngithini umntana bangibuza ukuthi baba sodlala namhlanje ngazi uzophendula kanjani into ezinjalo ngizozama ukuthi ngiboleka kubani njengoba ngisekolidini kukumanje ngazi wenza kanjani so angazi sasapi ngithembile oba yena ungithembisile ungiqambela amanga qala kahle angisekho na interested ukuthi ngibuyele mina ngoba kuzoba iwayise lokungikhala mina ngibona ukuthi ngiphila kanjani because obvious evakale konke lokwenzakile ngikwenzile angeke ngitreata kahle mangibuyele emsebenzini ngiyakwazi lokho uzofuna ungisa kwenye branch ekude and ngizobula i-transport.
Next, Bob cuts pay cuts for falling ill. A frustrated employee questions sick leave deductions and gets this response from her boss.
You telling me I must explain to you in writing because I'm a director? I'm not a director. I own the company. I'm not a director. A director is elected.
Amahle Mgazi, not her real name, began working at Bobcat's hair salon in 2018. Mgazi fears losing her job for speaking out, so she requested we conceal her identity.
Uma ngifika laphayana, it was so weird salon because abantu abaningi bebakhuluma vela the way they get paid late, the way imali yabo iyashota, the way kunama deductions that they don't understand. As she said, boss yethu Geraldine ukuthi yena abantu abafundileyo akabathandi because they know too much. So it happened ukuthi early this year ngicheck ku UIF and ku SARS if ever registered or not. Ngathola ukuthi angiregisteranga.
By law, employers are required to declare their employees and make monthly contributions to the Unemployment Insurance Fund, or UIF. As long as there is an employer-employee relationship that lasts for more than 24 hours a month, a business that employs that person must register them with the Unemployment Insurance Fund. Bobcat's employees would have been able to benefit from the COVID-19 temporary relief scheme if Kganagha had declared their employment and paid contributions to the UIF.
Yo, right now, like kunzima sis. They locked me flatini. Hlale flatini. Bangiqoshile flatini because I haven't paid. Ngisakoloda imali month and March. I tried to kubathumelela i-email ngibatshela ukuthi umsebenzini asiholanga. Now they can't understand it because of lockdown was announced 3 days before month end. So imali asitholanga kanjani, you get me? Inga-affectile kakhulu izinto endlini bebajwayele ukuthi ngizothumela imali and then I couldn't do it. So i-affecte kakhulu.
Bobcat's Maponya Mall hairstylist, Tsibang Manosa, says she and her 2 children have been evicted from 4 different places because Bobcat's never paid her on time.
Bana, ne se ba sa khone. Bana ba ka ne ba tshaba. Ha ba di2 ha ba tswa sekolo, ba tshaba tla jareteng. Ba dula ho ngwaneso or ha ba tlile ba kene ka tlong ba ikwalletse ha ba sa tswa. Ba tshaba le ho etsa dijo. Ha ke ba botsa ke thola ba sa ja wa ile sa ja le sa etsa homework. Ne re tshaba ho etsa moferefere ntse re tswa re kene ha batho o so patale rent. And then from mo ka we ke decide hore ba tseba ke go re ka December ha bana ba kwala ke banke ke ba isa ho mme wa ka.
I-contract ithi uzohola ngwisi-30 or 31. So uthola ukuthi kuba nomuntu azohola ngwisi-10. Cabanga uhole ngwisi-10, and then when you tell her uzokutshela the way wena udependa ku-commission ngakhona, yena she doesn't care about you and your stupid family. Why ungayanga esikolweni if ever bewufile ukuthi wena uzocontrola yena ngebusiness yakhe, yena uyile esikolweni yena. That's what she says. Uyakuthuka uGeraldine, actually the way you are stupid, the way you are.
In February 2019, Laverne Brown began working as an HR assistant at Bobcats.
Me, she put in the office as HR assistant. So that was basically for me to just help her. Her HR guy was her cousin, so I had to help him. And my help was stuff that he didn't want to do. Then on the other end, when because she hires and she fires, like it's nobody's business. So like the girls that would have left while I was working there, they would come back with queries to say that the SARS or UIF, things like that, is looking for documents that we need to provide.
One mistake, you are going. Uyaqosha esalon and uqosha nento ezincane. Angaqoshela ukuthi uphuze ijuice. Yes, ijuice yakhe is fine, but then akakunikeza ne-warning. Like usend WhatsApp right now to tell that person to take her back and then get out of my salon, just like that. Aguni warning lapha in the Bobcats.
Dubious deductions were also made, according to Brown.
She started deducting funeral cover that people didn't even ask for. But then what used to happen is when somebody's funeral comes up, then she wouldn't pay. So she'd look for excuses as to why, what happened. There'd be deeper things that she'd find.
Even if you report a funeral uthi ekhaya bathi umalume wami ushonile, I have to go home, uzokutshela ukuthi that's a short notice. You can't report a funeral right now. Kumele uze emsebenzini. As if wena uhlala prepared ukuthi Wednesday ubani uyashona. And to show that this funeral cover thing is not like valid, ne? Akafuni nama ID number. Ukuthi lethe ID number yakabani in ubani bani in no. When a funeral cover, whether you want it or you don't, unayo.
Brown says she used her car for work trips but was never compensated.
I remember at one stage I was out traveling so late, like I got home at about 10:30, quarter to 11. She wouldn't give me petrol money. She'd maybe give me 110 rand for traveling to Greenstone, Pretoria, all these places. Then I'd obviously fork out my own. So all that things, it was like, now why? And then it started getting to me. Then I went to the doctor. The doctor said I should relax. I should just calm down. I should not stress. So I didn't go to work for 3 days. I sent her the doctor's note via WhatsApp. And then she said to me, I owe her days.
Brown says 1,900 rand was deducted from her salary for the 3 days she was booked off sick.
So I thought, okay, you know what, let's set up a meeting. Then I was sending a WhatsApp. We hadn't yet set up the meeting. I was sending a WhatsApp as to say, please can we set up a meeting to discuss this thing? And that was when she came upstairs to the office, and then she was very rude with me. She swore at me in front of like 5 people. 3 of them were family members. 2 of them were just new girls that had started. I was part of the interviews with them. So she swore at me, told me I'm crazy for asking about my salary. And as far as I understood, as I've given a doctor's note, so why should my salary be deducted? I didn't understand that part.
Brown recorded this conversation between herself and Khanaga when she inquired about money deducted from her salary.
So why don't you ask HR?
I want you to answer me.
I must answer you because I don't. You know what? Can you stop with the?
I'm not. I'm asking you nicely.
No, I'm not. I'm done being with you, ne? I'm really done. If you don't want to work here, please do me the favor. Because this type of nonsense, I'm not going to tolerate.
If that's how you feel, then write. Why are you saying I'm
No, I'm not going to write anything.
No,
I'm asking you to ask Timothy about your salary. You're telling me I must explain to you in writing because I'm a director. I'm not a director. I own the company. I'm not a director. A director
how come
is elected.
Timothy Mosutu is Khanaga's cousin and Bobcat's HR manager.
So how come you can't answer me?
Answer you how?
About
I don't calculate salaries.
Okay, fine.
I think you are crazy. I think there's a screw missing in your head. You must go and fix that.
No problem.
And I want these files done.
She told me if I don't want to accept her salary conditions, I must just find a job by government, find a job by government. That's what she said. So then I thought to myself, that's a means of firing me, so I won't go back.
Brown left Bobcats in August last year. She says when she tried to claim from UIF, she was told her employer had not completed the forms correctly. She says despite numerous attempts to get Khanaga and Musutu to fill out the forms properly, they never did. She found out a possible reason why when she visited the UIF head office.
I went to head office. When I got to head office, I went to see the lady over there. We sat, we chatted. She asked me what's my story. I explained my story. And then she said, no, she sees I'm not on UIF. So what she'll do is she'll try and investigate it on her side and she'll get back to me. She'll call me when I must come back. But the worst thing was one time that she didn't pay the girls like until the 12th. But then around the 9th or 8th, she rocked up there with a new Land Rover. Everybody must come and see, things like that, bragging about her new Land Rover.
Coming up.
All of these things are lies.
Lies, 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 says Bobcat's owner, Geraldine Khanaga.
Yes, we have paid UIF. We pay our UIF monthly.
Not so, according to UIF Commissioner Tebogo Marupeng.
Possibly the company deducts the money and keeps it if it's not paying it to UIF or if it's not paying it to SARS, which is also an illegal thing to do.
We called Bobcat's hair salon owner, Geraldine Khanaga, to request an on-camera interview. She declined.
At the moment, on maternity leave.
Yes.
Yes, so I'm not going to be available within the next 3 months.
While we had her on the line, we took the opportunity to put her staff's allegations to her. Khanaga defended the behavior her employees accused her of.
Not because I do not want to make payments. I am financially stressed, like a lot of all the other businesses in South Africa that are currently retrenching staff at the moment.
Okay, all right. So let's talk about...
So this thing is a national disaster.
Is it the reality, though, Geraldine, that it's not just the national disaster that has created this issue with payments within your business? Long before this pandemic, your employees indicate that there have been salary issues every single month within your business. They never get paid on time. Sometimes they get paid on the 10th.
I've got about 300 staff members. So in a day, there's a limit to the amount that so I start paying people from actually the 21st of each month. That is 9 days before their payday. So you cannot tell someone who pays their staff 9 days before the actual date that they pay their staff late.
Not according to the staff that we've spoken to.
Do you think that it's possible to pay 300 staff members in 1 day?
Yes, many companies do so. That's why you have payroll, a functional payroll.
I myself individually pay my staff, and I can't pay 300 staff in 1 day.
And then with regards to UIF, have you been paying UIF over, yes or no?
Yes, we have paid UIF. We pay our UIF monthly.
Okay. Why is it that a number of your employees, when they have gone to the Department of Labor, Bobcats does not feature on their profiles in terms of their UIF contributions?
Yeah, it's just a matter of hearsay because all of these things are lies.
We approached UIF to establish who the real liar was in this situation, the salon owner or her employees. In our presence, Commissioner Marupeng called the IT department to verify whether Bobcats is UIF compliant.
Okay. And as we stand now, they have 0 employees declared with us. They have not declared anything. First, we are going to determine how much they owe UIF. We'll also determine how much interest then is due to UIF, how much penalties they'll have to pay. And with these 300 employees that you've mentioned now, that this company has 300 employees, possibly the company deducts the money and keeps it if it's not paying it to UIF or if it's not paying it to SARS, which is also an illegal thing to do because every month they're supposed to pay to UIF. Now, legally speaking, as a Department of Employment and Labor, we'll send our inspectors to Bobcat. We can even go to an extent where we can close the company down, if it gets to that point, and also send them to the labor court for them to take the necessary steps.
Khanakha also denies her staff's accusation that she expects them to do house calls during lockdown in violation of regulations.
There's no such thing. We've never made any appointments to start doing house calls. I simply told my staff that should we get permission, I will advise them when we will start. The same way that if the lockdown is lifted, I will advise them that we will start operating.
Lekhodi insists the instruction to do house calls during lockdown was issued by Khanakha.
A client can call via to her offices and then which is she didn't even look for permits for us or that thing is illegal. You can get arrested. It's not possible.
Checkpoint visited Bobcat's Greenstone undercover to uncover the truth. None of the staff members were wearing mandatory personal protective equipment, and we were not requested to sanitize hands before touching the hair products on display. Hair salons are permitted to sell hair-related products under Level 4 lockdown regulations, but they are not permitted to do clients' hair.
Oh my gosh, do you do house calls? Because I really need someone.
Yeah, for house call, phone number, cell phone number. WhatsApp number, about the house call.
Or even if I go to them.
Yes, that's why I get to the WhatsApp number and then the
Mugazi says when operating officially, working hours are back-breaking.
There was this other year whereby ushayisa ngaba 10:30 ebusuku ngo-11. If ever akunikeza imali ye-taxify, tomorrow kumele ubuye unayo imali ye-taxify and pay it back.
Unokaqeda usebenza ka 8 ukupe transport. Transport nika fihla le ka 10, 11, le ka 12, le ka 1 ne di fihla.
These are more lies, according to Khanakha.
The Salon closes at 6 o'clock. Everything that you have been saying, this is the craziest thing that I've ever heard. All of these things are lies. And because they are lies, you can't send them to me because they are non-existent.
On April 13th, the National Bargaining Council for the Hairdressing, Cosmetology, Beauty and Skincare Industry, or NBC, which oversees the hairdressing industry, received a complaint from Bobcat's employees regarding non-payment of salaries. On the 5th of February, the NBC issued Bobcats with 3 arbitration awards against 3 of its salons for its failure to comply with the industry's legally binding collective agreement.
Ke batla fela Geraldine a mphe tšhelete ya ka. A mphe tšhelete ya ka, ke tswe ho yena, a tswe ho nna, re felle moo. Tse ding ha ke sa di hloka, ha ke batle next ka ho utlwa ka Geraldine. Like I hate her. Ke batla tšhelete ya ka hona jwale. Ke safarile, ke sebetsa.
Khanakha seems oblivious to her staff's suffering.
They understand how bad business is. They
All
see their
300.
friends losing their job. They're happy that I am actually here standing and not retrenching them.